Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you like the easiest way I know to cut an onion. And usually for onions you're going to slice them or dice them or chop them, mince them, whatever you need for whatever recipe you need. So I have peeled and halved onion already, and I'll just show you how I did that. So just take off the skin. You're going to leave this part, this root part, intact. Okay, that's going to make your dicing easier. You're going to cut off this end this way. Alright, and you can save that for like soups and stocks and broths and whatnot. And then you're going to just go right down like that until you get two equal halves. And it doesn't have to be perfect, especially if you need a whole onion in your recipe. So then you're just going to peel off the top layer. And if this piece here looks kind of bruised up and dingy, you can also peel that off. You can always save it for soups and stuff. It'll add flavor even if it doesn't look pretty. Alright. And then to chop, which is what most people need to do with an onion, you only need to make slices down this area, this way, okay? It's already divided for you here, so you don't need to cut this way through the onion to make more cuts. That's unnecessary. So you just take a really sharp knife, and you can do this with a paring knife, a chef's knife, a serrated knife, a steak knife. You're just going to make pretty even cuts all down this side of the onion, and always protect your fingers. And so if you can see, they're cut like that, but I left the root intact, so I'm not chasing things around. And then you don't have to cut like this. Sometimes you see people on TV and they cut in this way. You don't have to. It's already gonna make a bunch of cuts for you, because that's how an onion is. And then if you want just to chop, there you go. And then you get nice even chopped pieces. Alright, so, and you don't have to do any other cutting. It's going to be two cuts and then you're done. And always careful for your fingers. So that's how you dice up an onion, and everything comes apart nice and evenly. Alright, now if you want to slice an onion for like a salad, or to pickle the pieces for tacos, or just because you like pickled onion, again, you're not doing any extra cuts. We're just going to cut down this way, down the onion, and you'll have nice half moons. And you don't even need like good knife skills. Like I'm not a chef or anything like that, but you just need to be careful and use a sharp knife, because if you get cut with a sharp knife, it's going to heal faster and cleaner than if you were cut with a dull knife, and those things hurt, trust me. And so you have nice thin slices that just break apart really, really easily. And then you can put those in a little bit of red wine vinegar and have them pickled in like 10 minutes. Or if you just have like white vinegar at home, I put that in there as well. Not as well, sorry. I will put that on my onions, but because it's so like acidic and harsh, I usually add like a teaspoon of sugar. Now if you wanted to mince, you're going to do the same thing as chopping, but you're just going to do more slices this way and smaller cuts down this way. Okay, so we're just going to do very thin ones. And again, the root is intact, so it's easier for me and for you, so you're not chasing around bits of onion everywhere. Okay. Alright, so then you can just cut down this way. And there you have it, minced onion. And if you have big pieces in there, you can always just go back over it. It's not perfect. You're cooking, it's not baking. So, and if it looks like that, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Just save it for something else. But there is the mince, which is perfect in, like, if you're gonna mix it in with meatloaf or burgers and you don't want a really big texture of onion, you can just mince it up. Now if you wanted to slice onions into big rings, the easiest way to do is to just cut off either end. And this time, yeah, you are cutting off the root end. And then you're gonna peel the bad boy. Like so. This one's kind of papery. You can always just kind of like make a little cut into the onion with your knife. And that way you have a bigger area available instead of having to try and grip the thin skin of the onion. And then you should just comes off like so. Whoops, they're slippery. So if you wanted to make rings, like you wanted to add them to a burger, you're just gonna cut down that way. You're gonna keep the whole thing together, and you can just pop them out. You can add this onto your burger or your sandwich. If you wanted to do onion rings, you could, however thick, whatever the thickness you want to have, just cut it like that, and then the rings separate themselves. You don't really, for onion rings, people don't usually use the innards like that, but then they just separate out perfectly. And you can use these as onion rings, or you could keep them together and use it to line the bottom of a pan that you're roasting like chicken or fish in, and it helps catch like all the drippings, and it'll cook the onions and keep your food from burning on the bottom and sticking. So we have slices, the finely minced pieces, like the regular chopped pieces, and slices. And that's all the ways you can cut an onion. All right.